Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, November 14th, 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. That's lisahopp.com for all my upcoming events, all about my services, all about me. I would appreciate it so much. And also be sure to follow me on Facebook under Spirit Teacher Lisa Hopp. And for those of you coming back, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you all so much. So I got a couple requests this week, and I thought, wow, that should be the topic of today's podcast. But I know I must have spoken about it before, but it's always good to have reinforcements. More than a couple people this week asked me what to do about the stress and the sadness and just the what to do to be able to navigate these times that we're in spiritually, in overall well-being, health, thoughts, all of that. And so it is so important to protect yourself. So today's topic is protecting yourself. We are in extraordinary times. And believe me, I understand. I don't know if it's good sometimes, but I can feel what others feel. I can feel what the earth feels. So I have to take efforts myself to protect myself, or it affects my health, it affects my happiness, it affects my stress, it affects everything about me. So I understand completely. And I would imagine, and I believe it's true, that when you are feeling and navigating this world, it must at times feel like a very helpless feeling. But it's so important not to have a hopeless feeling. Now, because there are many good things happening right now. There are many blessings. There are many people showing their greatest selves. It's not all dark and gloomy. But as I have said before, this is a time of where speaking, it appears that this is a time where there are no consequences for words, no consequences for actions. It's like some would feel maybe there isn't even a real rule of law. And there's definitely a challenge to equality. And so it can really dampen your spirit. But I personally know, and I always personally extend myself out in faith and hope and understanding. I look for it. I look for the signs of the light. Light workers, light works. I look for the signs of angels that are intervening. Yes, I look for the angels. I just look for heaven involved, because heaven's always involved, and I can find it. I look for the lesson. I look for the blessing. Hashtag blessing. I look for what can give me hope and faith, and I'll keep looking until I find it. I'll never give up. In any situation, I'll keep extending and extending until it's there. Because it's always there. It's just a matter of seeing it. I get quite bummed out by people with bad attitudes. We can all have moments where we're challenged. We can all have moments when we're tired and our patience is shorter. When we're cranky. I am truly only cranky when I'm tired, when I'm weighed down, and then I'm tested. And I know that, so I'm working on that so that I make sure that before I say or do anything because of my tiredness, that I stop, keep my mouth closed, reverse my mental self, my thoughts, my feelings into a better place. I'm working on that more diligently because I saw recently that I was letting my more tired side take more control, and I didn't like it. It wasn't who I truly am. It wasn't the impression, the footprint that I truly wanted to give. So I make sure to stop and think about what I'm doing a lot more when I get into that place of tiredness. I also have been trying to rest more too and take care of my emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical body more than ever. But these are, as I said, challenging times. And so I want to give you some hints and tips and keys today of how to navigate this. Because if you're worn down, then it makes it harder. You have to be in your full element. You have to have your tank full. So when I talked before, I've noticed I do get affected by people who just choose to see things that make them more unhappy. Some people will complain no matter what. They'll always find a reason to, and they don't realize that choosing to see the negative, choosing to feel unhappiness, choosing to see the tank half full, choosing to believe things even though there's no evidence that supports it. They're only cutting back on the blessings and abundance that is trying to come into them. They're only stagnating themselves and their lives. But I hesitate and often am not the energy or law of attraction or spiritual police. I don't go around saying to people, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be like that. I just keep trying to be a teacher in a very public way, and during my appointments a very private way. But I honor free will, and I don't go around correcting people. I just note it, and I try not to let their energy impact mine as much as I possibly can, being an empath. But I do work on blocking it. It's often that we can sometimes want to lump in things. They're all like that, or this is always like that. And that's not the case. Everything, is unique. I wouldn't want to be lumped in with every spiritual teacher out there, or every medium, or any other peer. I'm my own unique person, doing my own unique thing, with my own special fingerprint or footprint. And that is truly how it is. So it's very important to keep in mind, they're not all out to get you. It's not always awful, Look for the blessings. Look for the signs that you can have hope, because it'll always be there. Heaven is amazing. I am in awe of heaven. I am in awe of heaven. I watch it. I watch it allowing us to have our free will, and then stepping in with just a little tiny thing that saves us from ourselves. Sometimes it's like so tiny, but it comes through. It's like a parent that takes the hand of an infant as they're beginning to walk. Both hands, perhaps, lifted up in the sky. And then as the infant starts to really gain their footing, their walking steps, one hand is let go of. Maybe there's a little finger being held now. Then both. And the parent knows that the child's going to fall probably at some point and might even land face down. But the parent will let the will of the child win to walk, to bounce forward. And most parents will be right there when the child does fall forward, or will keep the child from going downstairs or bumping into walls. That is what heaven is like. Gives us a lot of freedom to make choices about what direction we take, whether we're bouncing forward, going towards the wall, towards the stairs, towards the room. But it will always slip in with a little bit of help so that we don't tumble completely or slam completely. That is the love of heaven, that immense love. And every event, every milestone, that God source is there. Our angels are there. Our departed loved ones are there. Our guides are there. I was just speaking yesterday again about the miraculous stories I've heard of angels, especially Archangel Michael at 9/11 at the towers. And the miracles, the help, the things you can't explain, the visions that people had who are of their right mind. Heaven never leaves us alone for one moment. Sometimes we do have to tumble a little bit, but it's always there to make sure we don't completely. It's always taking care of us. This life can be hard. It can be so hard. But you are never ever alone, as I am never ever alone. And I am just so grateful for that there is always a being or a soul that is with me, that loves me unconditionally, that understands what's going on, that understands there will be hard times, there are hard times, but that I can trust, because that assistance, that emotion, that protection, that hope, the blessings, the miracles, they are unconditional. I don't have to earn them. They are my birthright. I don't have to worry about angering someone or even being judged. They're there unconditionally. I can trust. They adore me. They adore you. During this time, it is so very important to tap in as much as you can to that other realm. Meditation is a key. Meditation. Now, there is a misunderstanding that in order to meditate, you must let go of all your thoughts, that you can't hear thoughts. Well, no, meditation assists your subconscious mind in letting go of all of those thoughts and all of those moments and emotions that you've been storing. So they have to come into your conscious mind. So when you hear your thoughts, no matter what they are, you hear them and then you let them go. And you keep meditating. And you keep doing it until you feel that you have centered and connected yourself to your higher realm. Now, how do you know you've done that? You'll feel light. You'll feel, if you're very deeply into meditation, you'll feel you're not of your body. You will feel peace. You will feel content. You will feel healed. When we're connected to Source, we're connected to that immeasurable place of love, all healing takes place. A couple weeks ago, I shared a mini channeling with Jesus, whom said the way to abundance, to healing, to love is to get yourself in that place of love. Well, that's what heaven is. That's what God is. It is love that you cannot measure. You cannot measure it. It is beyond what you can measure. You come close if you love a child, your child. You come close if you feel unconditional love for anyone. You come close. When I say centering yourself, it means narrowly focusing on that energy. You can do it by perhaps focusing on a candle, or taking a walk and detaching, just allowing yourself to have a walking meditation. It's centering into your solar plexus area. Just centering within your body, not outward, not what's going on around you, not what's on the radio or TV, not thinking about what's later today going to bring, or tomorrow, or next week, or next year. Not centering on worry, but just centering within yourself, almost like your own little bubble. I can do it quite easily. I've always, since the moment I was born, really, been able to meditate quite easily. Been able to connect into the other realm. But for some, it takes practice. Center it inward to you, almost with a great love for yourself. Feeling of self-love and appreciation and gratitude for yourself. And you are close to heaven. You may be very surprised about how you feel. You may even feel like you've lost weight. That's a hint. Before you feel that lack of body at all. And keep it up, because it's worth it. Because in that moment, when you are connected to that higher source, you'll get all the understandings of what's happening in the world. All the worries of the world will step back from you. You'll get the ahas. Oh, that's crazy, but I get it. That is where the wisdom comes from. That is where the knowledge comes from. About the bigger picture going on. I know the bigger picture going on. Doesn't mean I'm not challenged by the negativity that can be around me. Because, as I said, it kind of absorbs into my spirit a bit. But I know the bigger picture. The answer to handling what is happening in this world is to feel love. Love of your friends, love of your family, love especially of your enemy. I heard someone yesterday say, I hate. And they were speaking about a person. And they were talking about people hating a person. Don't even use that word. Put that word out of your vocabulary. I don't even care if you hate onions. Like, well, I'm not a fan of onions. they give me a physical reaction that my body does not want to take. But I would not even say I hate onions. I do not want to use that word. I won't use that word. I stop myself. Do not use that word. Do not feel that emotion. Stop yourself. When you go to feel it, send love. Privately, anonymously. Send love to the angry driver, to the person that's rude to you. Within yourself, you don't make a big performance. That's where falsity comes from, false witness. You don't have to win anyone over with announcing what you're doing. Heaven knows your true heart, your true mind, your true self. Just within yourself, send them blessings, warmth, love, and if they're in front of you, smile. That is how you change the world. There's so many that want to embed themselves in hate. Whether they hate someone who looks different from them, or they hate a topic, or many people don't even know why they hate. There are people that hate things that probably couldn't define what they say they hate. What is it? I don't know, but I know I hate it. Hate stagnates. Hate harms. It harms your body. It harms your spirit. It harms the good that inevitably, inherently, you do want for the world. If you didn't want that for the world, you wouldn't be listening to me right now. So do not hate it, no matter what they do to you, no matter what you think they are. Do not hate. No matter what. It is the key. It's the key to victory over hate. It's the key to victory over poverty. It's the key to victory over anything that would bring harm. Love. Love and love. Now, if you cannot well up enough within with love at first, just stop yourself from the hate. It's a beginning. That is the first key. It's the first key. The second thing is, and remember not to lump. It is very important to separate yourself from the news. Be informed, though. Be informed, meaning if you need to know a tornado is coming, yes, pay attention. You should be informed when you vote. The truth when you vote. There is a difference between being informed and inundating yourself with exposure. We are in times, and I think we've been in these times actually for a long time, but it's escalated now because even in the 1700s and 1800s, there was salacious media, newspapers. Back then, rather than TV channels, of course. But it's been around for centuries. But nowadays, it's beginning to affect my senses more, people of a whole, in a deeper way. If it makes you feel bad, step back from it, detach from it. And yes, unfortunately, media is about ratings. Even if they are reporting the truth, they're going to put these stories that make you feel bad inside or rile you up first. And they'll put the good stories that make you feel better at the end. So if you find that it's better to read a line about what's going on and it doesn't affect you, that's the way to go. Yes, if you can handle the news, it's all right. But notice how your spirit feels. If it gets you enraged or riled up or pessimistic, you got to give it up. Because it is just not good for your spirit, and it's not good for the earth as a whole. And I have said this before, but it's so important to be discerning, because there are stations and networks out there that are pure propaganda. And your idealism may give you the opinion of which ones they are, but your idealism may not be correct. So be very discerning, use your intuition. Or just stay away completely. It is also very important nowadays, another key, is to take care of your body. You're allowed to treat yourself. But it is so important nowadays to have a healthier diet. Along with that meditation. Eat your vegetables. Eat things that nourish rather than make you feel blocked or sad or depressed. If I eat too much sugar, I don't feel good. I just don't feel good. Your body will tell you what it likes. Listen to it. It is so important to stay away from the processed foods as much as possible. Here in America, we are a nation that loves our drive-thrus. It is so important to make that limited, because what you ingest in every way, food, drink, news, impacts your body, impacts your happiness, impacts your health. And it's not about dieting, because diets are not healthy at times, many times. It's about what are you doing to your body, to your spirit, to your mental health. Keep that in mind. The healthier, the better. Now, sometimes your body will say to you, I need some dark chocolate, or I need some red meat, or something. Your body will tell you. Listen to your body, tune in, become its great friend. And the next key, of course, is activity, as much as possible. It's good to take a walk if you can. But any type of movement, even if you are sitting in a wheelchair, stretch. Take care of your spirit. Move as much as possible. That'll chip away at what your body has absorbed. It'll chip away at your stress. And stress is so harmful. Another key, another tip. Put your worries and your stresses in the palm of your hand and lift them up to heaven. You have helpers. You have angels assigned just to you. That's how important you are. You have spirit guides, departed loved ones. Give it over. I love to give my stuff to my angels. Take it, transform it, make it better. Help me to navigate it. Thank you. I'm going to go about my life now knowing that I've delegated it to you. Delegate it out. You're not supposed to handle everything in this world. You're not built like that. You are given a team to delegate to help you with this circus. The next key, get away if you can. Even if it's just to a park, get away. Escape. Take down the electronics. Turn the phone off at times. Put your bare feet out there in the grass, even if it's cold. Breathe in the air. Detach from this electronic social media world. You don't have to be accessible to everything and everyone all the time, and you don't have to have access all the time. Step back. If you can, get away for the evening. Remember, it's about your well-being and your spirit. You know, I want to say something that I've said before. There are people in this world, perhaps it's even 50% of this world, that are concerned about their privacy. Some even believe a vaccine can track you. Well, that's not true. But I want to say to you is that you have no privacy. Your heavenly team hears you in every way. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your words. You are an open book. You vibrate like a transmitter out to the universe. And it picks it up and it sends back to you what you put out. Some people know that as karma. What you put out, you get back. But your loved ones hear you no matter where they are. Meaning, if they are with another loved one of yours on earth, they can still hear you in every way. You have no secrets. The wonderful thing is that they're not looking at you and judging you for all the little thoughts and feelings you have. They're trying to figure out how to serve you. They love you so immensely. But who you are is well known. You cannot hide under a bed or in a closet from it. You are all known. I just wanted to say that because it makes me smile when people want to be private or are concerned about cell phones and that type of thing. We live in a wide open world. But it is important to give yourself a break from these tools of access. To get off of social media, to get off of your phone, to get off of your computer, your tablet, your laptop, your desktop. To step away. So important to give yourself breaks. It's for yourself. It's a great gift. And also, stepping back, well, let's just say you should not get your news from social media. Facebook, or whatever it's calling itself currently, because there's an agenda behind it. Even some YouTube. I have begun more and more to mute, to not recommend that I be exposed to certain news networks on YouTube, because it's propaganda again. It's propaganda, or it's just downright so negative. I'm like, nope, blocked, blocked, blocked. There's not truth behind it, so I will not expose and let myself feel bad about it. So, reliable sources that you know are not bought and paid for. These are some of the keys to navigating this time. Now, some, not being a doctor myself, I know in the past that salt baths have helped me. There are tools to help you. Essential oils, emotional freedom techniques such as tapping, affirmations. Walk around this world. I am lovable. I am more than enough. Speak to yourself the way you hope others would speak to you. I am successful. I am financially abundant. God supplies my source. I ams are very powerful. They literally connect into source. They connect into your abundance. They connect into that power of heaven. They affirm it. They state in the present, you have that. And everything happens first on an energy frequency. It is yours first in energy, and then your physical eyes see it. So you must affirm it first in order for it to come into your physical reality. So affirm what you want the most. I am healthy. I am young. I am in a loving relationship. Whatever is most important, walk around saying that to yourself at least 5 times in the morning, 5 times at night, even throughout the day, if you want. I think it's important to do it throughout the day because it programs your subconscious mind, which then programs your reality. And changes the world too. It's a win-win. So important. These are some of the keys to taking care of your well-being during this time. Trust in yourself. That you can do this. You can take care of your spirit. You can send out love to others. You can be your number one ally to yourself. Doing this will not only change your world, your personal story, your personal life, it will also change the environment around you. It is the way for all of us to change the world. And you will see it get better and better and better. You'll also see the truth comes out. Now, when truth comes out, it will be a surprise to some, to a lot. And hopefully they will embrace it. They have to. I'm not sure when that would occur, but it will be revealed. So do not get sad, triggered, melancholy over the mistruths that are happening, over the change in this world that is so widespread. Where it looks like people are literally getting away with murder. Don't let that get you down, because there is a purpose. There is a cleansing. There is a reason. So stay at taking care of yourself and take care of others, and we'll navigate this river trip together. We'll get through it together. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful Sunday. Where I am, it's cold, but it's nice. I hope it's good where you are as well. Until next time, thank you again, and please be sure to check out my website at lisahop.com. Like, subscribe, and share on YouTube. Come find me on Facebook under Spirit Teacher Lisa Hop. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. I feel very blessed. And have a wonderful week. Thank you.